I got a new mic. Hey. DmC Devil May Cry is a Devil May Cry I can assure that most of us don't like at all. It's a game that everybody just doesn't want to remember at all. Even me, even I don't want to remember this time period of Devil May Cry's, timeline. But when I think about DmC, Devil May Cry went to a weird period in time, it was weird. Once before, Devil May Cry used to be, Devil May Cry. And then it turned into DmC. And then, praise Sparta for this, we got to turn back into Devil May Cry. And I think it's interesting how Devil May Cry became or went through that state. A franchise we thought that Capcom killed. And we can literally blame Capcom for this because Capcom is the one wanting to appeal to a Western audience, It wasn't Ninja Theory's fault that they wanted, that they made Devil May Cry like this. Capcom themselves wanted that. They wanted to expand the franchise more. Love it or hate it, it's everybody's gonna remember DmC Devil May Cry. So what this video is gonna be about, we're gonna go back in time, back in time, back where it all started. Back when Devil May Cry wasn't Devil May Cry and it was this. This is basically a prequel to my new playthrough that's coming to this channel. So I am gonna be playing DmC Devil May Cry, but since I already played the DmC already, so I feel like instead of me just playing alone, I'd rather play it with my good friend Kyle. He's the one I play with in the Devil May Cry 3 co-op. Me and him are just gonna play DmC Devil May Cry, and we're gonna make a playthrough of it. And this is just a prequel to that series, so yay!
Young Offenders Rehabilitation Program. Subject 64432B. Psycho evaluation.
Looking at these first glimpses of these first seconds of this trailer, you would not think that this is Devil May Cry whatsoever. It has such a different tone.
Your name.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, the memories. Apart from him, just smoking. It's a pretty good trailer, not gonna lie.
I will ask you again.
That shit's so sick. I fucking love that. It's so fucking cool. That shit looks pretty fucking good. Like it sounds good. Like the way he says, "My name is Dante," it sounds fucking badass. But not this. Him just smoking. That I didn't. Nah. So from the first glimpses, the first seconds, or at least his entire trailer showcases, Devil May Cry, DmC Devil May Cry. It's not a bad trailer. Yeah, of course, you're gonna get backlash on this because, Dante's different. He has black hair. He's smoking, it's all edgy, it's all dark. But looking back at it, it wasn't a bad trailer. However, it was not a good start to the road to DmC. So it got announced at Tokyo Game Show 2010. And at this time, this was a time where I actually was able to get all of the Devil May Cry games back in the day. Long story short, I found Devil May Cry when I was 7 years old. My uncle had a PlayStation 2 back in the day, and I used to play it, all the time. Later on in life, I got my own PlayStation, and then in that PlayStation era, I got all the Devil May Cry games, and I got into the series. But at this time, I never played Devil May Cry 4. So in this time, I had my PlayStation 2. I knew the series, just from the trilogy 1 through 3. And this is the time my parents got a smartphone, and I always borrowed his phone. And during that time, I used to look up Devil May Cry stuff all the time on YouTube. And then I thought, is there gonna be a Devil May Cry 5 or a Devil May Cry 6? I wanted to check how many Devil May Cry games were there at the time. I typed in Devil May Cry 4, it gave me Devil May Cry 4 videos, and when I put Devil May Cry 5, it gave me this. And I thought this was a parody. I thought this was fan made, and little did I know, it was not. And I'm pretty sure this was the second trailer to DmC. This is the first glimpse of gameplay, the first glimpse of Mission 4, Underwatch. But looking at it right now, it had DmC was giving out a different tone. This Dante looks whack, and then again, you know, it's the first glimpse of gameplay, you know. And then the first glimpse of the one and only Devil Trigger. Oh, and they wanted to do this type of Devil Trigger. Oh my god. It's such a bad Devil Trigger, dude. My god. They wanted to appeal to, you know, the old fans, like, hey, no, we might change it, but hey, this is still Dante, you know, red coat, white hair. It's still Dante. Hell, it's not. They wasted a good potential for a cool Devil Trigger. The song is pretty dope, though. Come on, I remember using this song in multiple videos. It was a pretty good trailer because of the combat. It looked pretty fucking fun. Having different weapons and shit. Oh, this shit's sick. We got the gauntlet weapon there, but didn't look like I don't think they had the design of the gauntlet. Eric's, I think that's what it's called. There it is. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Succubus, what the fuck? Now I wasn't really up to date every time they dropped a new trailer. I didn't know anything like about like whole when game trailers dropped and all that. Cause during this year, it was kind of like my first experience to the internet, technically. Even with this trailer, I still thought that this was still fan made, that this was not real at all. That this was just someone, you know, having fun with making video games. I thought this was still fan made until like the next trailer. That's when it confirmed that this was an actual fucking game being made.
My personal view on the terrorists is that they are disgusting, degrading, and generally nauseating. The worst of them is Dante.
Oh my god. The first actual glimpse on how Dante will be. Ninja Theory.
The whole world is looking for you. Every camera, on every street corner, every police force in the country and worldwide. Demon scum.
This is still like first glimpses of gameplay. This was what, 2012, around there. I think a year right after. Yeah, a year later, because the DmC released in 2003, like the beginning, the first quarter, 2013. Yeah, fuck this. The first glimpse of this fucking Dante, man. But I'm not gonna lie, I was. This is the part where I think I started getting no, it wasn't this. It was me. This was me like realizing, oh, this is an actual fucking game they're making. Oh fucking, oh no. Face your demons. I always liked that. It was fucking cool. I think the first appeared in Devil May Cry 4. I'm not sure. Sick. Sick.
I don't know my mother, but if you're calling me a son of a bitch, you wouldn't be the first.
This is Bob Barbas of the Raptor News Network. Just doing God's work.
Hey, Bob, put a spin on this.
Facebook, Devil May Cry Facebook. Facebook, Devil May Cry, what? And this was also the first glimpses of showing what type of character Dante was. This was them showing their take on Dante. Basically the first like actual dialogue, you know, his attitude basically. And no one liked it. I didn't even like it. And I remember having this feelings, you know, in my stomach saying, wow, I don't like this. And it was so and I had mixed feelings because I fell in love with Devil May Cry at this time. This was when I was falling in love with the series, the characters, the gameplay, the whole lore of Devil May Cry. And this appearing kind of destroyed me a little. It didn't destroy me, it just left me confused. And this is where many people had different opinions on Dante. They didn't like the new Dante, and overall Dante was just a piece of shit. This was E3 2012.
This is a message from
And this was like the first glimpse of Virgil.
demons. The game has changed. We have a new weapon
Looking back at his,
for you.
when Virgil was doing these announcements, it was only like a glimpse, like one scene. I kind of expected to see multiple scenes of him doing these type of videos online.
I am now.
Ah, this shit, that's so bad. It wouldn't be cool if he just put Dante, but no, he had to say fuck you. And again, another music from Comic Christ, and I liked it. I liked it a lot.
By the way, is Dante. But you can call me Dante the Demon Killer. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Yeah, this shit's sick. The music for me made it much better. Ugh.
Citizens, face your demons.
Shit's sick. Again, it would have been better if he had his own devil trigger. This is not a good devil trigger. Ugh.
Just like your father. Too big for your fucking boots. Me, a god,
The first glimpse of
Versus you.
Mundus.
a piece of shit.
You're looking for a fight? Here I am.
And there we go, the release date for the game. Yeah, this was like E3. E3 2012 was when they released like the first demo of DmC Devil May Cry. Yeah, in the first demo showcase, they showed the creative director, but he actually came here interview, not in an interview, but it was just him giving insight on this demo and, you know, everything. And I think this is the first time I think I find out exactly how. No, I think it was the last trailer. I think during this, from the last trailer and this trailer for the DMC and for the E3 2012 trailer is when I found out that Dante's half human, half angel, I think.
We're gonna also be answering a few questions from the live chat. So if you've got questions about this great game, bring them to the chat. Before we get
It's a great
started, we're gonna
game.
show the
It
latest
hasn't even
trailer
come out yet. He's
focusing
calling
on
it
the
great.
final
He's trying to get on his good
which,
side. Yeah, but overall, like, oh, they're gonna show the trailer again. But overall, like they're gonna show the trailer again. But overall, like the road to DMC, the creator started giving, you know, saying bad stuff about Devil May Cry, you know, saying how the characters, you know, the female characters especially were just like, you know, not actual characters with backstory. They were just characters that were just like dressing like prostitutes, etc. How Dante looked was, you know, laughable, etc. And I think that was one like the bad signs about this game going forward because of those comments that the director said himself. But I think if he did not say anything bad about the previous games, I think it would have been a little bit better. That was not guaranteeing, you know, a good, you know, you're gonna satisfy everybody. But then again, he was still pissing off, you know, OG fans from the original franchise, and that was not a good fucking move. Yeah, this is where I learned like angel mode and demon mode, that he's Nephilim, and kind of pissed me off. Like, this was the one thing I hated. Yeah, the UI being different, yeah. The UI wasn't bad. It wasn't... I kind of prefer this UI a little bit. I mean, it could be just me. Then again, the only UI it's Dante's health. I think it's important to get right the health of Dante. At least the health in this game, it needs to look pretty fucking badass.
By the way, he's not. Dante gave up smoking a while back.
Alright, I forgot he says this. He gave up smoking a while back. Oh, he had to point that out so that people were like, okay, hey, I'm sorry for that. Please like my game now. He stopped smoking.
I don't want to just make sure that people can play it without the lock.
Oh, it runs so slow. It's so slow. Was it always this slow?
It didn't feel like.
And you gain devil triggers so quick. It's so weird because in the final game, when the game finally releases, you gain devil triggers so little.
You can switch between on the
Like you
fly.
barely get any gauge. You know he has like almost full DT.
And adding an extra lock-on button just seemed unnecessary.
Yeah.
So we're kind of going with. We want to see how people respond when they play it hands-on. So far, nobody's really missed the lock-on.
Yeah.
So far. Okay, yeah, sure. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, they had an interview with Ruben Langdon. Yeah, I remember this.
Oh, surprise stinger. Had a random encounter outside.
For you guys who don't know, Ruben Langdon does not want to talk about DmC. Every time it's brought up, he just ignores it every time.
There's a bunch of people in the chat who actually already know some of your work.
Fucking course.
Down a game development that you kind of take for granted when you're playing.
Right.
You just think like a bunch of programmers in a room.
Let's start like asking like basic questions about Ruben, but I want to hopefully to talk about his thoughts on DmC. And here he's gonna be playing like, you know, nice and all, but his actual like his feelings towards this game, you know, from interviews that we've seen, he does not just wants to ignore it. Not in like in a disrespectful way, just like in a funny way, just saying like, you know, this one game that we know we're not gonna talk about, stuff like that. He doesn't diss the game whatsoever, but you know, decides not to talk about it.
Besides the Ken.
Oh, and then the obviously the jackpot. So now it's just becoming like a whole repeat.
This is a bad interview. This is a bad interview. They don't got their own fucking questions. They're relying on the chat. That is not good.
I finally played DmC, and I can tell the fans out there who've been posting every day on my Facebook page, you know, this and that and blah blah blah.
This and that is a kind way to put it.
Yes. Right. Rest your minds, guys. It is awesome. It is. I've been saying this for a long time.
Can't really beat that endorsement.
Well, yeah, I've been saying this for a long time. I said, look, I don't know. Don't stop asking me because I haven't played the game. You know, go play the game and then make your decision.
Yep.
I just played the game. It is awesome.
Nice.
It is kick-ass. It is everything that Devil May Cry was, and then some. So.
And then some.
It's like really coming together, and the game is progressed.
But the game is
love
fun.
That's
one thing that I'm pretty sure most of us can agree. The gameplay overall is fun.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. For being on.
Oh, this was a bad interview. You can even really consider that an interview. I mean, it wasn't really a good interview. Come on, we you know what they want to ask. I'm pretty sure they're pretty sure they can't really give out those type of questions or, you know, whatnot. I'm not really behind the scenes during, you know, this whole production, etc. But it was a pretty bad interview. No questions on his thoughts on Dante, anything like that. I mean, I don't think it's a bad question at all. You just need to get his thoughts on, you know, Dante, etc. But, you know, I really thought I would have thought I've seen more. That was a bad fucking interview. And then this was the Virgil reveal trailer. I remember this, the Virgil reveal trailer. Gamescom 2012.
I'm with an organization called The Order. Heard of it?
Something to do with that masked freak on the net.
That's my boss.
Wonderful. Can't wait.
Bada boom.
Dante, it really is you.
The first scenes of fucking Virgil, man. Or the reveal trailer.
Your twin brother.
Yep.
I've been looking for you for a long time now.
Oh my god, he doesn't have the hat there. I'm surprised he doesn't have the hat there.
You need me to fight the demons. You save the world.
What else were you planning on doing with your life?
His voice isn't bad. His voice was alright. His outfit, pretty good.
Good luck.
Another good song that I liked. But half of the time when they use a song for DMC, it was pretty fucking good. And the trailers were pretty nice too. They actually pretty good trailers. Yeah, introduction to the new weapon, the Rix, some shit like that.
We have to put our lives into each other's hands completely, without hesitation.
We are brothers, after all.
It was so weird to see Virgil with white hair and Dante with black hair. It didn't sit well with me. You know, they're supposed to be twin brothers, and then they have, you know, their different hair color and shit like that. And the first glimpse is a fucking Mundus. Fuck that shit. Terrible fucking boss fight. I'm getting triggered. What the fuck? I already played this game. Why am I getting triggered? Alright, and they also announced that fucking... They announced the Virgil trailer. I remember that. Like, I think it was right after these trailers. The first trailers to this fucking game. And look at the dislike ratio. What the fuck? I was excited for this. I think if you pre-order the game, I think at this time, you will get Virgil's Downfall for free. You will get the Virgil Downfall for free. That was one of the pre-order bonuses. I think it was, I'm not sure for which where you pre-order it, but that was one of the fucking bonuses if you pre-order this fucking game, because they wanted you to pre-order the fucking game. They wanted this game to sell, and the only way to hopefully sell is to give out a free DLC. The Downfall of Dante's brother. This was kind of like a spoiler. Not gonna lie. They released this trailer literally not even when the game is out yet. Virgil. When I was wondering how this gameplay was gonna be with the whole angel and demon form. Yeah, and they had the summon swords and all that shit. I didn't exactly know how it was gonna be, but it was kind of a spoiler. But then again, we didn't know exactly how it was gonna take place. And we see his devil trigger there, his doppelganger. Unlockables, leaderboards. Hours of new gameplay. I don't understand leaderboards. I really couldn't give two shits about leaderboards. Yeah, pre-order DmC and receive the Virgil's down for free exclusively at GameStop and whatever. See, that was one of the fucking bonuses. They wanted to sell this fucking game. They had a cast, like meet the cast with all the fucking characters. Meet the cast, absolute power.
My name's Robin Riker. My character, Lilith, is Mundus's mistress, but she wants power too. They're all kind of archetypical characters. Lilith, Mundus, Virgil, Dante, and Cat. They're almost Shakespearean in the themes.
What?
My name's Louis Herthman. I'm playing Mundus in Devil May Cry. Mundus...
Let me correct you, sir. It is DmC. I'm sorry.
God, immortal.
These fucking way. The way this was put.
You don't fuck with a god.
No disrespect to the voice actors. I mean, in their own way, they did pretty good.
Deliver what they were looking for. And then Tam might give you a direction, or you're working with another actor and something comes up and you go, oh, what about this? What if we try this?
I mean, I don't think there was really any moments that define Lilith as a good character. Or I mean, like, an important character. It's pretty much just like his mistress that pretty much was just there for like to advance the plot. I mean,
think, be a drone,
absolute power.
Do as we say,
the way this trailer was put, man. What the fuck? Why? Can it just be like a normal fucking, you know, meet the cast behind the scenes video? Oh, the dislike ratio though.
My name is Sage Mears, and I play the character Cat. She has had a really rough life. She just hasn't had a break.
My foster father was a demon, so I killed the pastor.
I understand that. This is the problem I kind of have with Cat's character. Again, the bad thing about storytelling or narrative at all is that my fucking controller, motherfucker. This is all God's fault. There was many parts of Cat's life that seemed kind of that sucked, but we don't really see any of that. We don't really can say that we sympathize with her. We just see her telling us like, oh, I had these nightmares kept affecting me. I went into limbo to escape my nightmares, blah blah blah. I killed the bastard, blah blah blah. You could kind of like guess what happened to her, like she got raped or like, you know, abused by her, you know, father, or was it priest or orphanage? I think she was an orphanage. I don't fucking know. I can't remember, and I couldn't give two shits. But the way they just delivered Kat's story, it just wasn't good at all. So I hate when they tell us and don't show us. You could have seen at least, I don't expect to see like a whole backstory of her, but at least her telling us that and showing us, you know, her memories, or at least showing a flashback, it would help. Or at least we see some scars on her or something that will help us sympathize with this character. I couldn't give two shits about Kat. She was just Jesus is an okay character. Enough of my rant.
My name's David Delator. I am playing Virgil.
What's with this editing, man?
Mundus, the Demon King. Demon King.
Oh my god, this fucking editing just pisses me off.
I believe that we can defeat them.
I love finding things about Virgil. I love finding his posture and his mannerisms and his great character.
Keeps Don.
What? 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 Shut the fuck up. I could talk shit about this because it doesn't matter anymore. We're never gonna get a DmC 2, alright? So this is a little sequel to our playthrough of DmC.
They kind of have this really sweet rapport with each other.
There's some really great twists.
Is like getting to control the film.
Really great twist. Nice foreshadowing, Virgil. Nice foreshadowing. It's not a good twist. It's pretty much stupid.
I'm Tim Phillips and I'm playing Dante. It's the start of a revolution. Dante is actually got a huge heart underneath this really tough exterior.
He has a huge heart? What? Caring for one girl, just for one single person, does not mean you have a big fucking heart. What the fuck are you fucking talking about? What do you mean? What do you... I'm getting triggered. And again, I'm pretty sure these are scripted. They're telling us what, at least to give some insight in the character. I'm pretty sure that's what they do with every fucking... these type of interviews talking about their characters. They want to, I mean, they are playing a character. They want to give a lot more insight in their characters, but I mean, once you play the game, this is all bullshit.
Demons. There's actually good demons.
My name is Lou Beatty Jr. and I play Phineas, a demonic spirit with a heart. Yes. At some point, you know.
When I first saw this, I was really kind of excited for this character because it was a demon with a heart. Who else had a heart? Guess what? A motherfucking Sparta. He was able to love a human. Kind of like going back to the old game, the old Devil May Cry games. You know, a demon with a heart. But he's just there to give us foreshadowing in the future and helping Dante get Devil Trigger. But overall, he doesn't play like any good part in the story, just with him giving a few plot points. But overall, I think it was a wasted potential for this character, in my opinion.
That's gonna make it a lot of fun. Enjoy.
That fucking smile. Why the fuck do I want to punch it? The Eye of Dante, this was stupid. This is just retarded. This was a stupid app. Yeah, look at the fucking, oh my, this was just retarded, dude. Like, you can see the symbols or like words just like in the game. This is to expand or show a little insight on what Limbo is, and you can see it in the real world. Nothing is what it seems. See, the app sucked. I wonder how much these people got paid to make this. Wait, what? He took out a big ass fucking iPad. Who fucking? That's just weird as shit. Taking pictures of the fucking iPad. What the fuck? That got me off guard. I mean, a fucking iPad, really? Showing the fight. What fight? What fight? They show old footage of Dante. This is like literally almost. This is a month away from the game, and they put like old footage. Why? I didn't have a phone by this time. I just had a big ass fucking tablet. This did not work. It's so weird to just show a big fucking iPad in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of a street. It's just odd. You just don't do it. It's just odd. I'm curious, is the Eye of Dante still available? Is it still available, I wonder? Yeah, of course it doesn't exist anymore. It's fucking gone. This trailer was pretty cool. The DmC Devil May Cry CGI trailer. It's actually a pretty good fucking trailer. Pretty good trailer. This was like the second to last trailer, I think. What was going on in this trailer? I don't know. This doesn't happen in the game. I don't fucking know. But overall, it was a good trailer. The whole limbo idea was cool, right? It was a good idea. And it still is a good idea. Look at this shit, but this is what we don't get in the game. We get these bright fucking colors and shit. It's a little annoying. Okay, I don't like that part. I couldn't even tell what the fuck happened. Okay, I think I take back what I said, that this was a good trailer.
My name is Dante. Tell them I'm coming.
I don't think that was the same voice actor as the original. Yeah, looking back at it, never mind, this was not a good trailer. This was not a good trailer. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm sorry.
Be brave, my son. I love you.
I remember my mother. She gave her life so that we could escape.
Dante. He's still
Song is pretty fucking badass. And we got more insight on more footage on the gameplay. On the game, I mean. Mundus. Oh my god. That Mundus design is fucking terrible, dude. Compared to the original, it's so bad. Yeah, this was like I think that was the first glimpse we got of that weapon. I think they did. I know. Remembering now, they did a showcase of that weapon a while ago. I think like in December or around there.
You and I.
Sick. It's a good trailer. This one's actually a pretty good trailer. The launch of the game was pretty good. Man, the road to this game, man, was something. They try to do so many things with it, especially like just narrative wise was not good. The gameplay will look fun as fuck though. That's the one thing I've loved about this game. And I had a lot of fun though. Look at this shit. It's fucking sick, man. Come on. The overall gameplay was fucking fun. Story and characters, that's just something else.
Or if you could still call yourself human.
Again, him being half angel, half demon, his father being a devil, his mother being an angel, how is he considered a human when technically they both don't have no human blood? So it's weird to me. That's why it made more sense when Dante was half human, half demon, because he could still revolve on his human side to show that he still had human emotions. That was technically the last trailer. Then they released another trailer for the reviews and shit like that. I like the whole ink thing. It was cool. I liked it. Overall, the critics, like people, you know, the reviews were pretty good. It wasn't a shit game. Like in general, it was good. Like for a casual gamer, they'll probably have a good time with this game. But for that, just you know, being the casual fans, or at least someone who doesn't know the Devil May Cry series, who's new, but the OG fans, damn, we had different opinions. But I was one of those people in the middle that liked the game, but at the same time hated it. But I loved to play it, mainly because that was the only Devil May Cry game that was new at that time. The music is still fucking badass though. It's still fucking great. I remember I used to make like a bunch of Devil May Cry videos leading up to this launch, but I deleted those videos because they were just bad. It was a good action game. Good action game. With some problems here or there, but overall, pretty good. And then they came out definitive edition for DmC Devil May Cry, and they also released, you know, Devil May Cry 4 special edition, which gave us lots of hope on Devil May Cry coming back. And then years later, we get Devil May Cry 5. Honestly, this was an interesting year, especially at that time, 2010 through 2015, I think it was the definitive edition was released around there, and 16 was when 4 came out, so around there. That was the year that was very interesting for Devil May Cry because it turned into this, and then the fans spoke and we were able to get Devil May Cry back. I think it was an interesting fucking time. Either you love it, you hate it, you just gotta appreciate that Devil May Cry went for a reboot, and then we, the fans, were like, no, give it back. So Capcom had to unreboot a game and had to go back to the fucking original. I mean, come on, that's gotta go into history, man. Come on. In gaming history, come on. This pretty much concludes my sequel video to the playthrough that we're about to do. I didn't watch every fucking trailer, every fucking interview leading up to DmC Devil May Cry. I just wanted to go back and just see how the road to DmC was. Overall, DmC Devil May Cry was a game that from all of us that want to forget, we'll probably never forget, because it was such a weird fucking turn, weird fucking year for Devil May Cry, and hey, it's just something you gotta fucking appreciate sometimes. What a weird turn of events, right?